From the PSIA-AASI satellite studios in Boulder, Colorado, I'm George Thomas. You're listening to First Chair. We are at Nutcracker rehearsal in the men's dressing room. And Pete Allison, it's great seeing you again. We've got some pretty timely stuff to chat about.
Hi, George. Good to see you.
Got to get a little branding shot in there. PSIA, North Face. There we go. Okay.
Nice. Tick.
Now, Pete, this is very meaningful for you because it's the beginning of the season, and I felt this was a really timely time to talk about this. But there's also a timeline going on here, and we are talking about the certification project that is through Penn State and a very special project to you, Pete. Can you tell us where we are in this and why this is such a timely topic?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So thanks, George. I'm excited about this. We have the Professional Snow Sports Education Certificate program. And with that, within that, there are 3 courses. One of those courses is called Snow Sports Education. The code for it is RPTM 215, and that starts in January. We have just opened enrollment for that, and enrollment closes on December the 22nd, I think it is.
So right around a month from today as we're talking.
So it is approaching fast. And that course incorporates doing a level 1 PSIA certificate, PSIA assessment in whichever discipline people want to do it in. And so I'm just returned from Northwest Ed Staff training, and I've been talking to people there about it, a lot of excitement about it, and talking to a lot of people who are onboarding new staff. And so I've been talking to them saying, hey, you take care of the snow stuff. I can take care of everything else. I can take care of all the stuff in the background of that, all of the support, all of the preparation work for understanding the national standards, understanding the assessment process, thinking through strategies, knowing about the learning connection model, navigating all of those materials and preparing people for assessment. And I've just been looking at some of the quotes and comments and feedback from last year's cohort students who did this, and their feedback was really wonderful. And so I am I'm fired up. I'm really excited about the next cohort for January coming in, and what we're gonna do. We've done some tweaks and changes and edits to the course, and really looking forward to those new students coming in January.
So Pete, I would really like some coaching here as a trainer, and there are plenty of trainers that are watching the show, I'm sure. And how do we talk with people who are coming in for new hire training? How do we let them know about this without doing a massive sales pitch? You know what I mean?
Sure. And I think we know each other well enough, George, to know that I'm definitely not a salesman. That's my, I mean, I have a lot of weaknesses. That is pretty high on the list of weaknesses that I have. I mean, the easiest way is to just draw it to their attention, just to say, hey, look, if you want to really set yourself up for success, not just in the certification, but also if you're serious about working in this industry, then just Google Penn State Snow Sports Education, and the links will come up. You don't have to do any more than that. It's all there. I have a flyer which I'm happy to email to anybody who emails me. Maybe we can put my email in the information, in the podcast information, but it's pra7@psu.edu, pra7@psu.edu. I'm happy to talk to anybody or to email anybody the PDF of the flyer that we've got and the links to the web pages. But what I would say is, if people are really serious about working in this industry, they should think about taking this. This is a really great entry course because it also gets people a level 1. The feedback on people who've done it is great. People got very high praise in their feedback when they went forward for their on-snow assessment. And the other courses that make up the certificate, if people want to do those, also kind of give people a broader, more rounded education and preparation for working in snow sports. And so I was talking, the last couple of days, I've been at Mission Ridge for the ed staff training up there. And I was talking to a gentleman called Mark Music, who's the ski school director there, the snow sports school director there. And he was just very excited about the prospect of the course and the credits. And, for some of his new hires, and saying, great, we should steer new hires this way, because a lot of our new hires also, the chance to get university credits is appealing to them, and they can transfer them to different universities where they're studying that kind of thing too.
The one thing about new hire and your university credits that does come into my mind is expense. Are there any PSIA scholarships available that would apply toward this, or any things that people can look at that might be able to ease the cost?
Absolutely. So the credits are as affordable as we can make them. And I think the cost of the 3 credits to do this, this course in January, is, I want to say it's about $1,700 for the 3 credits. If you are interested in that and you need financial help, the first place to turn to is your region. So look at your regional website for scholarships there. The other place that you could look at is your snow sports school. You should think about your snow sports school, and if they have any scholarships or they have any support or any match funding. And then the next place you could look at is to consider the National Snow Pros website for scholarships there. And then another place that you could look at is also the Penn State website to look at support. So we have a number of schemes to support students from who meet different kind of categories. So for example, if you are military or ex-military, you can apply for different funding sources. So there are a number of different kind of funding sources and support in there that people can look for.
And what kind of a time commitment are people looking at if they sign up for this?
Yeah, great. So the whole course is online. The only thing that people have to do in person is the on-snow assessment. And so we've designed it very deliberately in partnership with PSIA-AASI. And so it's all online learning for about 5 weeks starting in January. And then we encourage people to sign up for an on-snow assessment towards the end of February, early March. And then there are about another 5 weeks of post-assessment course after that. In each of those weeks, it's about, roughly speaking, about 8 hours. And all of that can be done at any time of day or night. So it's all asynchronous. You don't have to be on at the same time as me on a Zoom call or anything like that. You can do it, work through it. You can email me, I'll reply. We can kind of bounce things back and forth. You can post things in the discussion forum. You have a cohort of people who are across the country. And that's also a way of building a network too. And so I know that some of the people who did the course last year are still in touch with each other, and I've been emailing them and communicating back and forth with them. So it's kind of another network of people that this creates too. And you can tell, sorry, George, I'm probably talking too fast, but I get very excited because
No, wait,
yeah.
what did you say? No. I love your enthusiasm for the program, Pete. I mean, that is really exciting in itself. It's so wonderful to see this becoming such a successful program, because I know you've really put your heart and soul into this.
Well, we've put a ton of work into it, and as we've talked about before, George, it's not all me. There's a whole group of people, who've been involved in this, and in the 30 years that I've been involved in snow sports education, if I got a penny for every time somebody had said, well, we need to be taken seriously. We're a profession. We're professionals. We need that recognition. Well, here it is. Here's a chance to do it. And here's a way in which people can support that future generation. And, I'm certainly not saying that this is the only way to develop a career in snow sports. I'm not so so crazy as to say that, but this is a really, you know, I think it's a really great structured way to build experience and knowledge in snow sports at the same time, and kind of bounce back and forth between the experience of working in a snow sports school and studying and learning, and that experiential learning cycle works really nicely with this form of learning, which is, as you know, something I'm very passionate about.
I know we've already discussed this, but I'd love for you to say one more time, where can we go for further information, and let us know how easy it is to sign up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, for anybody who's watching this recording, there's a picture of a flyer here. I can send anybody this flyer, but there's actually, if somebody wanted to freeze it and scan that QR code, they could do that. But the easiest way is just really to put into any search engine Penn State Snow Sports Certificate, and it will come up. You will find the information, and you can read it all on there and look through it and see it there. And then, you know, pretty soon we're in the process of developing the next two certificates, which are aligned with the PSIA-AASI level 2 and level 3 certificates as well. So watch this space for more on those in the future. But just Google that wonderful friend of ours, Google Penn State Snow Sports Education, and you will be wowed by the information on there, and just it'll be hard to resist signing up.
Pete, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. You can see all of our costumes from the party scene for Nutcracker that's coming up tonight. I've got about an hour to get some makeup on, and very excited about the performances. I wish everyone a wonderful Thanksgiving, and hope you have a fantastic season ahead of you. And Pete, I hope class fills up and you've got a waiting list that has to start.
Thank you, George. Good luck with tonight's performance.
Thank you, Pete. From the PSIA-AASI Satellite Studios in Boulder, Colorado, I'm George Thomas.